My name is Tom Schaefer. When I got out of the Navy, I ended up being a lieutenant commander. My theory is that life is a series of accidents. Like the last job I had, I was a teacher. And I remember when a girl came and talked to me and said, "Mr. Schaefer, I'm just like, here I'm a senior and all my friends know what they want to be in college, and I feel so nervous because I don't know what I want to be." And I told her the cool thing was that you don't have to know what you want to be when you're a senior in high school, because I think life is a series of accidents. You end up plopped down someplace, and that's exactly what happened to me. I went to college, I got to be a senior in college, and I was an English major and kind of backed it up with teaching, but didn't really feel I wanted to be a teacher. And so there I am, like in maybe April of my senior year in college, and I see a Navy recruiter in the student union, and I walked up to him and I said, "What do you think? What can I do?" And they said, "You can go to OCS." And so it was just one of those things that I just happened to be in the student union at the same time that the recruiter was in the student union, so I signed up and I went into the Navy. And once I got into the Navy, I went to OCS, Officers Candidate School, did about 4 months. And there were like 4 or 5 different curriculum items. Like one I think taught you to be a gentleman. It was like one of those like a charm school course, and the others taught you about ships and about what you'd experience, like the parts of the ship and the duties of people on the ship and stuff. And I can't say enough about Navy schools. Like a Navy school, they just cut out all the fluff that a regular school would. And they just get down to here's what you need to know, and they teach you that. And we don't worry too much about philosophy or that kind of stuff. It's it's practical what you know, and they did a really good job. I don't think the Navy ever asked me to do anything, including boarding a ship and becoming an officer for the first time, that they didn't teach me how to do. Like the big positive was the fact that it was like camaraderie from the beginning. At OCS, it was tough physically and but nowhere near as tough physically as it was mentally and emotionally and stuff like that. And in college, you had your friends already, and you were studying what you wanted to study, but there was a lot of pressure, and as a result of a lot of pressure, and pressure to be squared away, and not to break any rules, and to make sure you look good, and that kind of stuff, and people were talking about things like, you got a wastebasket, but you don't use it because if there's a paper in your wastebasket, somebody scolds you, and you got a soap dish, but you didn't use it because that kind of thing, and so it was just the fact that there were just so many little rules, so much getting used to it, and so much stuff like when they say, don't sweat the small stuff, but if you don't know what the small stuff is, then that's a problem. So that kind of pressure was tough, but the camaraderie eased it up, and there was that camaraderie. If you'd walk over to our ship's reunion now, like I don't know how many years later, but over 50, I suppose, and we're still friends. I mean, the guys, so that was the good part, and that fact that they train you to do what you want to do and that you feel worthwhile. But those feelings, they all came about after the fact that when you said, "God, am I ever going to make it through this OCS?" And I think if I made a mistake, it was like I worked real hard physically to get ready for OCS. I ran and I was like, because I thought it was going to be real tough physically, but it wasn't as tough as it wasn't easy, but it was like I was surely ready for it. But I know. Yeah, just the mental and emotional stuff. I wasn't, that was the tough.